taking your kids to see Santa, or actually one of his helpers at the mall, during the holidays is a tradition for a lot of families, but it can be really challenging if your child has autism or maybe some other sensory sensitivity. And that's exactly why tomorrow at the Bierman Autism Centers in Scottsdale, they're hosting a free Sensory Santa event. And here to talk more about that is Jordan Ellis. Jordan, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Talk to me about what we can expect, because so many families, especially if they have children with autism, the kids want to participate in all the fun of the holidays, but it can be overwhelming, can't it?
Yeah, it can be really overwhelming. The holiday season is already overwhelming for families in general, and so what Bierman is offering is just a really quiet, safe, supportive environment for our local families with children that have sensory needs and autism, and they can bring them to the center, and we have board certified behavioral analysts on site and registered behavior technicians to support the children along the way. They get to meet Santa, which is really exciting.
For folks who aren't familiar, help us understand why a place like the mall or other like big light displays, help us understand why that is so overwhelming and really unsettling to a child with sensory sensitivities.
Yeah, so each child is so different and so individual in their sensory needs, and so we want to cater to that and to those families in need of that support. And so when you go to the mall, you know, we have really busy lines, long wait times, and it can be really, really loud, and a lot of our children just do not like to handle that noise. And so when we have that quiet, supportive environment, they still get to interact in those traditions that we all want our children to experience.
The other thing we were talking about, you know, if your child is in this situation, when we come to Bierman for this event, you're surrounded by other families. And so really it's kind of a judgment-free zone if your child does happen to have a meltdown or something else, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, for parents, there's always those hesitations of bringing their children to those events, and we don't want any barriers for our families in any realm. So we want to open up that space. There's no barriers to those families getting to experience that any other family should get to experience.
Jordan, walk us through what we can expect. So when we show up tomorrow, then what happens?
Yeah, so like I said, the kids can meet Santa. We have a lot of fun games and crafts with the help of the local behavior technicians that work directly in the clinic too. So they'll be there along the way. We'll have coloring pages and just a lot of fun winter activities.
So professionals who can help you if something's not going right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talked about how lines and waiting a long time can be a problem. And so if we're not looking at waiting, do we need to sign up for specific times, or how does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So the event is tomorrow from 10 to 12, and all are still welcome to sign up at BiermanAutism.com, and they can go ahead and sign up, and happy to see anybody who shows.
Jordan, there may be families at home, and a lot of them are hesitant about even leaving the house, right? Because they're concerned about, will my child have a meltdown? Will they not have a good reaction to this, that, or the other? What would your message be to them specifically about the event tomorrow, number one, and number two, about being able to enjoy the holidays?
Yeah, absolutely. So with any hesitation, what our team can provide, we do have designated calm down spaces. So for any behaviors that do arise, we are all equipped. We have seen it all, and like I said, no judgment. All are welcome to join, and so we have those calm down spaces, and we can not only walk through that with the parents and support them, but maybe give them some tips and tricks too, which would be great, right? And ultimately maybe a quicker rebound time, and we can get the kiddo back and enjoying the activities with everybody else.
The other thing, you know, my daughter has special needs, different special need, but whenever we would get in a room with other families in the same situation, one thing that I found that was so wonderful was you immediately found a support system. Do you find that when you bring families together like this?
Absolutely. Bierman offers so many different community events to bring families together and just to build that trust along the way. because autism in general and sensory sensitivities in children, there's not really a playbook for it, and you get a lot thrown at you. And so building that community with Bierman is just really, really huge for us.
Yeah, I feel like I found some of my best friends when I had come together with other parents with, kids with similar disabilities. One more time, for folks who might have missed it, where do we sign up? Where do we find more information?
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody can sign up at BiermanAutism.com. The event is from 10 to 12 tomorrow at Bierman Scottsdale location.
Awesome. Jordan Ellis, thank you so much for what you do for our kiddos. Really appreciate the work you do. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much.